Hi and welcome to Digital General. This is Game 5 of the Ultimate General Gettysburg Campaign playthrough of the Confederate Campaign. And what we ended up with at the end of the last game is a minor victory. We managed to basically make a bit of a breakthrough on the Union left, and now it's end of the day, and we have a couple of choices. So let's see what they are. We can do attack Union at Round Top area. Okay, that's basically continuation from the day's fighting. We're going to keep pushing on the left. Culpsville in the evening with Anderson. So this is the night attack at the end of the second day with Anderson. And the last one is breach Federal Center and crush their flanks. All of these attacks at the same time. So what I want to do is double down on the left. Now the night attack with Anderson is not a good idea because Anderson mostly has now depleted troops because day one was so rough on all those units. So I don't think I can make a breakthrough. And this is another night attack. Just leaves me thinly spread. So yeah, let's keep going on the left because I think this is really the key to the battle. If we can break through on the left side and roll up the Union lines, then we're getting somewhere. And we have oh yeah, we'll get some cavalry reinforcements as well. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, perfect. Let's go that way. All right, let's look at the forces. So it looks like okay, the forces are favoring the Union side as always, but I do have quite a few soldiers as well, so this isn't as bad as some of the previous scenarios. And so, yeah, they're kind of bunched up here. All right, let's take a quick look around the field. Okay, so unfortunately from the last scenario, I lost all of my troops here because we ended up with basically a bunch of guys here. And this is July 3rd. Okay, yes, this is day 3. So this is essentially instead of Pickett's charge, I guess I'm doing this, which means Picket will come in on board later on, and we can do something with him. There's only one victory point for 10,000 VP, so it's all about that one hill. And according to the briefing, we'll get some reinforcements from, somewhere from here. Some cavalry will finally join us at Gettysburg. And I can expect lots of troops all throughout here based on that picture I saw. So yeah, and I can even see some guys here. But the hill itself seems to be unoccupied, so if I can get on that hill, that'd be huge. And it looks like Burling is already quite beat up, so I'm hoping I can rout him fairly quickly and get on the hill and then see what we can do from there. Alright, so initial orders. Sams is doing okay. Let's get him up here. Kershaw's beat up, so we can sit still for now. Law is one of the stronger brigades I have, even though he's already taken a bunch of hits, but it's still really strong, so let's kind of push up. And Texas Brigade is still my one of the best brigades I have, so let's just get them up the hill. Alright, on this side, Wilcox is about to flee, Posey's about to flee, Mahone's no good. Right is actually quite nice, in a very good state. So let's push him up here and basically see where the enemy is. That's kind of all I can do at this point. Okay, let's get Perry up more towards the front as well. And this artillery. Yeah, let's get Wilford just so that he's in firing range and he can start putting pressure on Burling. Okay, let's see how this thing starts turning out. Alright, so cavalry 32. Picket will brought his division. More cavalry and more cavalry. Okay, so yeah, we'll get a bunch of cavalry here and then Picket will show up at some point soon. Riling's already pulling back. That's perfect. You know, I can run Texas Brigade up here. And then Law. Let's get him up here as well. Alright, what's going on? Up top is Quiet Wilcox. And maybe let's pull him back. I don't want to flee, so let's just get him out of here. Let him recover. Because there's a really big brigade here with Torbert. And, okay, let's just pause for a second. Yeah, so a huge brigade with Torbert, but they're not occupying the hill, so that's good. So I can get up here and basically pepper them with fire. Now, okay, let's look at this cavalry. So we've got quite a lot of horse. That's actually excellent. We've got some skirmishers, so let's get the skirmishers up here and take a look at the field, see what's going on. Now, the thing with cavalry in this period, and especially in this game, is that, oh, more skirmishers, perfect. They're very hard to use. I mean, it's really a scouting force, so they're super important for the army, but once you get to the field, against these thousands of infantry kind of brigades, it's difficult to use them. So what I want to do, I think, is wait for all of my cavalry to show up. I know there's more based on that what I read. So let's get them in there. Now, skirmishers are very useful, and I like that these are actually quite big skirmishing brigades because they can put some pressure onto brigades, and especially in the enemy's rear. But for me, I really want to also scout out, so if I can spot some hills and get onto them. Like that's a good hill, and that's a good hill, so maybe I can even get up there, depending on what I can see. Okay, and then wait for a good time to pull up the cavalry. Oh, okay, and here's Picket. Perfect, so, yeah, so Little Round Top is where we're interested in going, so let's go down this way. Oh, Anderson's here. I did not even notice the man. Alright, well, you go up here to start putting some pressure on Torbert. Alright, Texas Brigade, stop the run. I want to keep your condition, and right. It's fine. Oh, good. Now see, he's in good cover, so I'll just tell him to hold. And Wilcox, turn him around, and get him holding as well. Alright, let's get some artillery up here. And basically start exchanging battery fire with cover, good cover. Alright, 1st Corps Commander needed. Longstreet, get in here. Because it's all going to be happening up here. What's going on this side? Not much. Alright, so this skirmishing unit. Alright, let's take a quick look. Actually, cavalry can go first and take a scout, see what's going on. Alright, these guys. Yeah, you know what? Same thing. Let's run them. No, not at all. What I wanted to do. Okay, Kershaw has recovered a bit, and Barksdale's recovered. Let's get them onto the hill. Texas sets up, and let's set up Law, and then Wilford can now also push up here. All right, so we got 2 brigades here, so we need to be very careful. So Anderson, I just want him to basically move to engage in the flank. All right, okay, so the hill looks actually good. So let's get those skirmishers up here and have a look. And the cavalry can take a look, scout out behind the enemy. Alright, now I need to get these guys to stop running. Okay, so what do we have here? We've got another massive brigade here, lots of artillery. Now skirmishers can do some artillery hunting, so let's see if we can actually do that. As long as they can put a lot of rifle fire on the artillery before they get too peppered with case shot, it's actually not bad. Can we take out this gun? Let's get these guys in the hill. Now, this battery is excellent. We're gonna play aggressively with them. Let's put them up here and see if we can put some real pressure on them Yankees. Alright, you stop running out too. Alright, so now everyone's forming up and good. So Turbird's under a lot of pressure. I'm expecting to buckle. Now Texas Brigade is taking out this gun, and I'm hoping that they will take it. Guns are sometimes really buggy in this game where they just don't die for some reason, and they're mixing in with the troops and nothing's happening, so I do not know what that's about. Alright, let's push Perry up here as well. Skirmishers. Stewart's here, good. And some horse artillery. Okay, the horse artillery should get here and start firing. Now I'm happy to have these brigades, the cavalry sitting here for now because I just don't want to put them against this infantry and get slaughtered. So I'm going to wait for a better time to use them. And now Yankees are bringing cavalry. Okay, good. So I might need to do some interference with McCab, but I'm not worried about cavalry shooting me up too badly. Yeah, there's just so many troops here that I kind of want to just engage them and let them forget, because we're fighting over this hill, so if I can start dominating the hill, then we're good. Texas Brigade is holding for now. Let's get our commander in here. Let's get over here. Okay, I'm liking this. This massive artillery battery that I set up on this hill is starting to have its effect, and I'm pushing the Federals off the hill, which is exactly what I wanted to do. And now I can take this other battery and also move it up. Take this battery and push it onto the hill. Okay. Yeah, I'm expecting Torberg to break any minute now. Alright, so now that we've got these guys up here, okay, maybe we can take these guys out. Yeah, let's engage with this cavalry. Let's just get them off my back. Well, I like what's happening here. I'm just pushing them right back, and this is a death ridge for me. This is quite the death ridge for me, so I don't want to be assaulting this. I'd rather just push them up the hill and focus on taking this point and then just defending it. Oh, Benning is now in good shape. Let's push him up. Yeah, Turbines is now basically done. So Anderson, let's put you up on the hill. Alright, all of my cavalry is here. Let's take them. Yeah, so these skirmishers did so well against that one gun, and so let's see if we can silence the second gun as well. But I have to time this. This is a bit of a micro moment, because as soon as this gun opens up with case shot, these guys will flee. So I need to basically pepper them. get them fleeing, and then get the heck out of there. There we go, they're starting to break. I think this is going to be good. Yeah, let's do this cavalry battle. Quasi-historical. Kilpatrick versus, or Kill Cavalry versus my guys. Alright, now these guys are starting to break, let's push them back. Alright, time to push our advantage. We've got the hill, and Sam's, Kershaw. Let's get our commander. And Barksdale is going to be needed. Let's get him up there. Okay, so this is good. Posey is starting to look good. Wilcox. Okay, so I've got a little bit of reserve coming ready, and let's get these heavy guns in here as well, because right now they're not firing, and I can really use their support. Good, it looks like my cavalry is winning. I've routed the Yankee cav, that's fantastic. I can now basically move back. That's great, that's good stuff. Okay, and this gun actually did flee eventually, that's fantastic. So I've taken out the rear batteries. Waiting for these troops to come up, and okay, and actually I lost some cavalry as well. Looks like some of my brigades ended up fleeing as well. But now that that artillery is gone, I can push up my artillery and threaten them. And these guys can just get in the back and start annoying the enemy. We're back. I had to take a quick break. So, okay, so I got them in the back, and then see what's going on up top, just to make sure we're good. Yeah, let's put some more guns into this side. No, actually, maybe here. To support right, make sure that he can hold. Posey Wilcox can rest, that's good. And okay. Alright, so here, what's going on here? So we need to break through and kind of circle up and put pressure, and I've got some pretty good brigades. So Kemper is wavering. Hammerstad's a superstar, and Garnett's great, so I'm just going to push aggressively with these guys. And my cavalry can come up here and start annoying these two infantry brigades from the back. There's some artillery here that I'm sure will do me harm, but if I'm far enough, then it's not going to be too bad. Okay, and then what do we want to do here? So we've got some artillery here that can set up and start peppering Neil, and basically I just want to plug Neil up a little bit, annoying with the skirmishers and the threat of my infantry, so that I can not worry about him for now, because that's a really beefy brigade, and I'd rather not deal with him this minute. Okay, and let's see what's going on to the hill. So, alright. I'll need Longstreet to support my flank. So let's just get him up here. Alright, Kershaw's looking good. It's a small brigade, it's really chewed up, but it's pretty solid, so let's get him on the hill. Semmes, I like him here because he's putting some fire onto these brigades so he can stay there. Texas is really busted up in terms of condition, so yeah, let's withdraw them before they get completely annihilated. And then Law hasn't taken too many losses, so let's maybe just reform, and Let's get some more guns up here. Yeah, so the key with the cavalry is just not getting them too close to the infantry and not getting them shut up, because they're great when they're sitting in the back and they're kind of harassing, but they're really terrible going head-to-head with against infantry. Alright, so Kemper is pulling back. That's okay. We knew that might happen. It's okay because I can now start putting some fire into the skirmishers. Good, Barnett's taking a lot of losses, and Farnsworth is getting peppered as well. Okay, Barnett's breaking. Let's see if we can break the skirmishes with a spirited charge. Good, they're breaking, and fantastic. Let's go. So now Kemper. Let's get him out of the forest and out on the flank, because I'll need him to be pushing. And here, this is great, because I'm destroying these skirmishers so that they can't rally too well. And that can be basically out of the game, because that's a lot of guys that I can kill. And Cohen's gone. Very nice. So now I need my cavalry to pull back, because I don't want them to get into a firefight with the artillery here. But Barnett's gone, and that is good. So Semmes can recover. Let's get Longstreet to support this attack. And who's this? That's Barksdale. Okay, Barksdale's chewed up pretty badly, but it's a solid brigade, so I'll need him in a minute. No cavalry, come on. What? Oh, they broke. Yeah, both cavalry units didn't, yeah, they weren't able to get away from the cannons fast enough, and they broke. That's tragic, because I can really use them. Alright, Stewart, I'll make him chase the cavalry, so maybe they'll rally. And let's set up our flank assault now here. Alright, good. They rallied, so let's get them back. And Hampton's still gone. That was unfortunate, but that's how it goes sometimes. Top's looking good. There's some pushing up and back and forth, but I've got a pretty good defensive line. The AI is not really pushing me, so I don't have to worry. So now I've got to crack this side, and I think I can if I can put enough pressure. Okay, good. Horses actually did rally. Let's get them in with the general. Okay, so there's quite a lot of forces here, but they're not in a great position because they are being pushed from the two sides. Okay, good. Walcott. Just charge them and get the artillery out of there. Okay, this artillery, let's give him a good line of sight. And what I want to make sure is that these brigades have someone to fight from both sides and front. Texas is recovering, that's good. Let's get some more artillery on this side of the hill. Yeah, because this ridge is a nice defensive line, and obviously it obscures artillery, so I want to get as much firepower as I can on kind of the business end of the round tops.
put some forces here so that so that the enemy has something to think about. Because I'd rather not storm these brigades head on, if I can. Cavalry, now that it's recovered a little bit, let's get them onto the sides of the enemy and start putting pressure on the side. Gauge shot into these artillery pieces, and they're just not taking any damage. It's kind of funny. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can advance and cause some problems. Kemper can stay behind and recover a bit more. So let's run up with these guys and close the distance. Sems and Barksdale get on their, and Law get on their flanks. Okay, and let's get the skirmishers into the flanks here so that the artillery, because I want to make sure that Neil doesn't engage, so Neil's worried about my skirmishers, so now the skirmishers can pull back, that's fine. Alright, I wonder if we can now... Oh, good, Trubbert's pulled back, so great, this is the time to push forward. Again, as soon as Neil starts turning, let's get the skirmishers in there. Good, Neil's taking flank fire, and he's just turning back and forth, which is not effective because then he's not shooting at me, so that's excellent. But Russell's still stuck. I think Armstead can now, maybe I can charge with Armstead and Garnett. This is one of those desperate fights, but if I can break through here, then I can fold up his whole line. Okay, skirmishers should pull back, because now they're facing a brigade. Russell's still holding on. Anderson should pull up, and Law should pull up. Okay, I like Neil's wavering now, that's fantastic. And skirmishers can pull up and start annoying him, and Neil's breaking, and that's when cavalry can now go in and start harassing him too. Okay, this is good news, because this means that this flank is starting to break. Okay, paused for a second. So, yeah, the battle in the middle here seems like I'll take it, so that's good. Neil's a big concern, because he's facing me, so I should pull my skirmishers back a little bit, because I don't want him to get chewed up by his numbers. The horse artillery can, yeah, the horse artillery, I want him up a little bit. Alright, what else can he do? So Law is in terrible condition, but he is potentially good. Well, let me see if I can pull him out here. Pull Sims out here, because I want to have this sweeping attack up the side. Texas Brigade can just get on the hill. Let's bring up some more reinforcements of infantry, because I do need just fighting men to have a front here. Otherwise, too much can all these forces can basically just overwhelm my flank, or my flank attack. So I do need to push the fight as well. I'll tell Wilford to hold, and tell these guns to up. They can hold. They can hold. And the cavalry can basically annoy Neil a little bit. Good, Neil's pulling back. Let's kind of chase him a little bit, make sure he can't recover very well. Anderson face. Everyone here face. Artillery move up. Okay, good, these skirmishers can move up and start attacking Neil on the side. Armistead is breaking. Hopefully he'll recover, because that's a decent brigade. I don't want to lose him. Alright, so yeah, so I form this defensive perimeter now. And so I need to make sure that I'm careful on how I try to crack it. Neil's wavering, which is very good. Wrestle. Okay, good. So now my skirmishers can move up and fold these guys up. Armistead hopefully will recover. Garnett recovered. Let's just get him to turn out face. Turn out face, turn out face. Okay, good. Hill's coming back for more, which is fine. Recovered, good. Get him up here, turn it face. Texas is an excellent brigade, let's get him to hold. Okay, so yeah, before he can really form up a much stronger defense, let's get in there and get him annoyed. Law is not very strong right now, but so let's just get him to turn and face. Still a little bit away from the enemy. Kemper is not very strong either, but he can, again, I just want to make sure that Neil is under a lot of pressure from all sides, and he breaks just like that. That is exactly what I was hoping for. Russell, I'm going to again do the same thing, put a lot of pressure on his side and front. Okay, another quick pause. So all of my brigades down here are totally exhausted and broken. I've got nothing left, but still need to take this hill. So I'm going to pull back from defending this side because it really doesn't matter what's happening here. Commander in there, there's no other brigades that I'm missing or forgetting. No, that's good. And okay, so here, now let's plan this out. So we've got the artillery, which is fine, it's doing its thing. You know what, this is, it's desperate times, desperate measures. These guys can't really take this objective, but I kind of have no choice. I mean, I'm running out of time, and if I don't advance, then I'm going to lose the scenario. So let's try that. Let's just try an all-out charge. It's insane and probably not wise, but kind of the only thing I have left. Now Russell's becoming a little bit broken. See if I can, my skirmishers and my cavalry can basically break him. My general. Okay, so Torbert have pulled back, that's good. And Russell's breaking as well, that's great. Now Bartlett is obviously a big issue, but if I just push my cavalry in there, maybe charge Russell. Has now gained a little bit of his stamina. So cavalry is getting chewed up, as I know they would be, but I was hoping that they could actually take down a little bit of the infantry here. Okay, no, they just got chewed up. But they did break Weed, which is fantastic, because he'll flee through my troops, which is going to obviously disorder him, and I can just push. Okay, the skirmishers need to pull back. But I can advance with these skirmishers and with the artillery as well. Now Texas needs to hold to pin down Eustis. Meanwhile, Posey and Wilcox get up here. Up here. Oh, these guys actually rallied. Good, so they can recover with Stewart. Get my artillery into canister range. These skirmishers are not doing too well. That's okay. Yeah, so my all-out charge failed, which I knew it could. I mean, you know, they're charging in these like massive formations, but now I'm kind of starting Wheaton, which is good, because he's taking really serious casualties all at once, which is casualty shock. Which means that he is breaking, and he breaks. That is really good news for me. Oh no, he didn't break. Ah, damn, he almost broke. He was flashing, but then he recovered. Oh, he's still around. That is bad news for me. Because now these guys' day is a pretty solid target. Let's see if I can put my cavalry here and just distract day. I mean, they're... The first time in this scenario, I'm taking, starting to take this point. We're winning, so let's get artillery on there. Let's get whoever we can. Just move up forces to make our opponent attack us for a change. Okay, let's get some troops on the side, just so that. Just so that there's pressure on this side. Yeah, that's very, very good. Okay, now this line is very bad for me because I don't have anything to attack it with, so I need to pull back, or get slaughtered. But at this point, I just want him to... Oh, good, we have Little Round Top. Finally, that is unbelievable effort. So let's get everyone on there and just hold for dear life. I don't care. I'm being a very terrible general. But mission above everything. My artillery rallied, that's great. Let's put them on auto and just get them back there. Shooting, let's get these skirmishers shooting. So I want everyone kind of distracting these brigades and engaging them so that they can't assault up the hill. Yeah, Hampton might not ever rally, actually. It's funny, it's been, I think, trashed enough. Oh, my cavalry walked into an ambush by Shaler and got chewed up, so they're gone. It's unfortunate. Good, day's broken. Oh, good news. Okay, Law, you gotta move up Sam's Kemper. Wheaton recovered, but I'm sure he's near breaking as well, because he broke already once. So let's make sure these skirmishers are actually attacking him. Good, case shot, close range, lots of losses. Wheaton is starting to waver again. I'm actually glad that Hampton retreated, because that means they'll be back for another fight. Oh, this extra brigade's coming down here. That's brutal. Guy, Wheaton, I need to break this brigade. I need these guys gone so that Eustace is on his own. Yes, Wheaton is breaking. Good. And these guys are just last ounces of strength. And Eustace is starting to pull back. Cox, hold. Posey, hold. Everyone, hold that hill. Eustace is breaking. This is fantastic. It's been extraordinarily bloody, but that was the only way to take that hill. Couldn't imagine any other way. Yes! Minor victory. We paid dearly for it with 12,000 losses to 10,000. However, I just don't know how else I could have achieved our objectives. Alright, let's see what comes up next.